full experience.
Is this the right way? The left ear on the left ear on the right?
Rockin' Country on 105.9 The Bar. KPBR, Joliet Billings. Good morning, gang. It's Jack here. A couple ticks away from 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio, we have the distinguished gentleman from Washington, D.C. Our Senator Jon Tester is here. You have volume on those over there?
I got volume, but I don't have my headset, but that's all right.
Huh. You should have everything in your headset. There's 5 knobs over there. Darren's going to help you out real quick.
There we go. You're here.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing great. Good to see you again.
It is good to be here. Good to see you.
It's been a little while since we were able to chat. You know, I made the move to afternoons, and then Kurt Anthony was here.
Yeah.
I never got to see you anymore.
Well, I know, and I missed you so much.
Well, I can tell.
Yeah, exactly. But we're back.
And we're glad to have you. I know there's a lot of stuff on the plate right now. Let's just go ahead and start talking credit card reform, because I know that's a big one on your list.
Yeah, we had a credit card bill come out of the banking committee last week. It's a good bill that I think will help people understand the fine print and make it so that credit card companies just don't arbitrarily raise fees and interest rates to people who pay their bills, and that's really the bottom line. The other thing it does is it puts some sideboards around how credit card companies are approaching college kids.
Okay.
And we hear a lot about college kids who have incredible credit card debt coming out of school. That, you know, when I was in college, when my kids were in college, money is kind of a hard thing to come by, and if you get the opportunity to have what may appear to be free money in the mail via a credit card, it's awful tempting, and sometimes temptation takes you over. So this kind of puts some sideboards around that, and I think it helps consumers understand the fine print that goes with credit cards. Nobody likes fine print, and this bill, I think, will help clear that up.
Does the bill deal with just specific credit card companies, or is it getting into the banking credit cards?
It's all credit cards.
Oh, great. Okay.
All credit cards, so you know, I think it'll work out pretty well. You know, there's a lot of big issues on the table, Jack, in Washington D.C. right now, from the economy to re-regulating Wall Street to global climate change to energy policy to healthcare policy. This, compared to those things, aren't near as big, but it's still important. And if you get in trouble through no fault of your own, I might add, in some of these cases, and get credit card fees and interest rates that are just shooting through the roof, you can't get a hold of it. It's a big deal to those people.
Huge deal. Especially when you get a special offer of 0%. Next thing you know, it's 22%
That's
APR.
exactly,
It's a little bit of a shocker.
That's exactly right. And it'll stop some of that stuff from going on.
Well, that is a good thing. We'll look forward to hearing more progress on that.
Yeah.
I know you were also chatting yesterday's story in the Gazette this morning concerning questions about school funding and the stimulus package for the state money and SD2 specifically.
Yeah. I had a nice visit with some of the board members and administrative team over at Senate District 2, and talked about their program and talked about the stimulus dollars that were coming in via Title I, which wasn't much of a problem, but the money coming through special education was. And we're going to have a visit with the Secretary of Education, try to find out, you know, how it can be solved. But what basically happened, Jack, is I think the district's done a great job funding their special education program. The federal government, you know, was supposed to fund 40% of that program, and that program was established 30-some years ago, and they haven't done that. So we'll have a visit to see if we can help them out, and if we can, we will. If we're not able to, then we'll go in another different direction to help them out. So.
Well, a little bit more on the state versus federal, not that we're trying to create the fight, but it sounds like there could be a bit of a fight coming, getting into states' rights. Something interesting going on with, first of all, something interesting going on with you and Senator Baucus, all of a sudden, you know, talking about gun controls, and it kind of shocked some people on the right side and the left side as far as the stance that you guys took. Do you want to define that a little bit for everyone who just might not have heard it or didn't hear it right?
It's actually pretty simple. We believe in the Second Amendment. When people try to take away Second Amendment rights, we're going to fight them. And it's about the Constitution, the Second Amendment, whether it's the right to bear arms or freedom of religion, speech, the right to assemble, all those things. It's important. The Constitution's a pretty darn good document. We should pay attention to it, and